This will be a list of cool DayZ items that you probably never use but which can be quite valuable in the right situations. I'll list the items and then why they can be useful. These items should be different from the list of items that might surprise you video, which I'll also link in the description. If you like the video, please leave a like and a sub, it really helps me out. But without further ado, let's get into the video. And this is what happens when you don't keep Will Smith's wife's name out your mouth. First on the list is a rangefinder. This is a cool little gadget that requires a single 9-volt battery and not only allows you to annihilate a long-range target with better sniping accuracy, but isn't a terrible way to scout an area in a way that takes up less space than binoculars. Very useful item. Next is a walkie-talkie or a handheld transceiver. This is a device that allows you to speak to anybody across the map, again with the use of a single 9-volt battery. But one of the reasons this is a cool item is because sometimes you catch conversations other people are having on servers and can actually gain some valuable insight or just some funny conversation. Either way, cool item, very underrated, 3 kilometers radius. Next, a bayonet. This does a lot more damage than most people think. Not only can you headshot a zombie with one hit, but it usually takes them down in a couple of shots altogether. However, you can't use a silencer and a bayonet at the same time, so you are essentially sacrificing silence for offense. Also, it is one of the strongest, if not the strongest, melee weapon, extremely useful for splitting heads. Next is a knife sharpener. This is a very simple one. You get a knife, you sharpen it, or an axe. It stops your bladed items from becoming ruined and returns them to a worn state, which can be very useful considering how quickly some blades can ruin and they only take up 2 slots. Next is a lockpick. I think most people understand the use of these little items, but to explain it for anyone who doesn't, you can lock doors and they take up next to no room in your inventory. It adds an extra layer of protection or even inconvenience in lots of situations. Plus sometimes other players can lock doors, so it's always worth keeping. Next is a flare gun. Okay, so I won't sit here and tell you this is absolutely a must-have item. It has so many uses. It doesn't, but it is definitely a cool one to keep. Not only can you light up an entire area, signal players, or distract people, but it also has a variety of colors that can be used for all sorts of community activities. Next is an item I see used, but I don't see utilized. This is an extremely heavy item, but also a fun one to set up and trap someone with. It's a bear trap. All you have to do is place it down and set it up. It always sucks to be on the receiving end, but the mistake people make, and the reason I say it's underutilized, is because this is an absolutely incredible tool to use to protect your base, and most people just end up setting them off in random places in the hope somebody comes along and steps on one while they're miles away. Next is a craftable item with a brand new benefit. It's the torch. This can be crafted using rags and a stick, and not only does it provide you with much needed light, but as of patch 117 it now warms you up, making cold starts a thing of the past. Well, this isn't good. And that's the end. Please leave a like or a subscribe. Thanks for watching, and as always, until next time.